Okay, Jess, so your favorite cheater was actually a cheat code. And according to commenters on YouTube, you didn't even get it right. You somehow came up with the wrong cheat code.
I was very close, first of all.
Great, so it wouldn't have worked. Who cares? Close fails.
You try again and then you cheat. There you go. But second off, like, really? That YouTube comment tells me that that's the case. Must be the truth.
You're going to doubt the internet?
Yes, I'm going to doubt the internet.
That's crowdsourcing. That's how it works.
Oh, I know. We'll just take... Well, everybody thinks that this is the answer, so God forbid we check for accuracy when we've got numbers on our side.
To be honest, I don't even know what Contra is.
All right. Well, now that I've bashed the internet, let's get to our title, inspired by something we saw on the internet. When Will It End? With Jess and BJ. This is a very fitting title, as this is how I feel about working with you day in and day out.
When will it end? Well, it ended for a while, but now we're back.
I know.
Sorry.
All right. Another day.
Another over-under, another victory for BJ.
So...
Am I jumping the gun a bit?
No, you're right on schedule.
Okay.
It is time to settle up. I'm just frustrated because we talked about Michael Winnett yesterday and how he's got this new double question mark persona, and I was like, so focused that Michael Winnett really turned over a new leaf. And he was back to kind of his squeaky ways today. At
the dinner break, he got unfocused, started rambling, went into squeaky mode.
And the camera was over there, and next thing you know...
He's gone.
He's out.
So the over-under was his chip count. She took the over, I took the under. It was 0. It doesn't matter what the number was, as long as it was positive.
But
yeah,
doesn't matter. He was under 63 when he went out, though. I was keeping tabs on it. Here's hoping today goes a little better. We've got 100-ish people left.
99 or 100 players left.
And we have 3 WPT Player of the Years still left in the field.
We would have had 4, but what happened?
Yeah, one is not here, and that is the reigning Legends of Poker champion, Andy Frankenberger. He busted out this afternoon, so that is one that we don't have in the field. But we do have 3 very talented...
Gavin Smith?
Yes.
JC Tran?
Yes.
And the other one I'm blanking on.
Jonathan Little.
Jonathan Little!
Who made a run in this event last year only to bust out 2 Andy Frankenberger. So
wow,
maybe
full
now
circle.
that Andy's
a little
out of
circle,
the way,
but still full circle.
Things will go well for Jonathan, which kind of brings us to what our over-under is. At the end of the day, we're going to play either 6 levels or down to 27 players, whichever comes last tomorrow.
Right.
So the question is, at the end of day 3, how many Player of the Years will we still have in the field?
Bookie set the line at 1.5.
You are leading this little contest this series, so I'll let you go first.
I think this one is a no-brainer. Under. All 3 players are sort of averagey in chip counts, but we're going to go from 99 to 27, at least 27, possibly lower than that. I just don't see 2 of them making it that far.
You know, I'm inclined, but... to agree with you, but here's what I think I have going for me. 1, Jonathan Little is the type of player that being above average in chips doesn't really mean that much to him. He does a lot with an average stack or a below average stack. That I always just assume if he gets to this point, he's going to make it a certain amount of the way, so I feel like he's going to make it through. And then I think both Gavin and JC have been playing really well. It's just that they had tough table draws today. Gavin was at Matt Berkey's table, and then JC was at this crazy table with a bunch of people like Emnon Philippi and Greg Mueller. And
Could you talk for another 3 minutes while I hold the iPad at an awkward angle?
I just want to... I'm going to do it one day. Just keep talking until you just drop your hand.
All right.
Taking the over.
Long story short, taking the over.
I'm
Done.
glad that you're getting on my case for being loquacious, as whenever you go into a monologue about nothing, I think to myself, when will it end?
And you draw attention to your loquaciousness with the word loquacious. Well played.
Just because I use the word loquacious doesn't mean loquacious. I don't even think you know what the word loquacious means. Anyways.
Okay, let's move on with it because we're way over.
All right, let's talk about when it's going to end.
When will it end?
Team Mercier.
Where does when will it end come from?
For those who don't know, Jason Mercier, who wins everything
except WPT events.
WPTs. Well, he's not here, though. How do you win when you don't show up, Jason? He started doing a hashtag on Twitter because he kind of realized every time he complains, he sounds a bit, like, spoiled since he wins everything.
Yes.
So it's the joking, tongue-in-cheek, when will it end? And it's
I've
It's
only won
widespread.
1.8 million this year or whatever.
When will it end?
When will it end?
Team Mercier, his group of friends, is doing amazing at this event.
I wish my group of friends had a team. Go ahead.
You've got Matt Bookie, who came in as second in chips, day 1A chip leader, who ended top 5 in chips.
Yeah.
You had Dan
Strong day.
O'Brien, who was up near the chip lead very early on, fell back down, and then rallied back again. And kind of coming out of nowhere, really, Brent Hank started the day below average, didn't really get a lot going, and then suddenly climbed his way up the counts late in the day to end with 430,000. So, when will it end, Team Mercier? We get it. Mashing, potatoes, yup, all these things. Is that the trick? Is that how you do it? I'm just going to say potatoes and yep all the time.
Okay.
See how I fare.
So basically, you're kind of setting them up as players to watch for the rest of this event.
I am setting them up as players to watch for the rest of this event. We've seen them do well so far. Berkey, I think, of the three of them, is the one that really is having the standout event. So, for me, he's the one that I think we should be keeping our eye on. One's to watch for the Jess and BJ crowd, if you will.
Someone else to watch, the real DP.
Now, can we get some clarification on who the real DP is? Because I heard there was some argument.
Yes,
today.
Gavin Smith, seemingly out of nowhere, created a controversy where none existed and said that Dwight Pilgrim and David Peters had equal rights to the phrase, I am the real DP.
Okay.
I have personally never heard either one of them call themselves that.
I've heard people call Dwight DP, and I've heard people call David Peters David P, but the real DP I've never heard at all. And I've never thought we'd be in a situation in which someone is comparing two very, very different human beings, Dwight Pilgrim and David Peters.
Gavin arbitrarily says, whoever lasts longer in this event claims eternal right to exclusive use of the phrase, the real DP. Dwight at the time had 230,000 in chips. David Peters had 100,000. They both seemingly agreed. Gavin felt that even though David Peters had 100,000, he thought he was the favorite.
David Peters does grind a short stack really amongst the best of them. Not today, not to be though. David was at a really crazy table and got caught up in a hand where he flopped aces up against trips, got it all in, lost, and now apparently Dwight Pilgrim is the real DP and David Peters is an imposter.
Yes, and Gavin found this all just so entertaining.
Can we talk about David Peters' table for a second?
Let's talk about
to
David
me,
Peters'
it was
table for
the
a second.
center of all action today.
Okay.
When the day started, JC Tran was there, who had a bunch of chips. Cody Slaybaugh is there, who had a bunch of chips. Justin Henry, who was very strong on day 1B, also
Donated
at the table.
his chips.
He didn't donate them.
Well, they ended up out of his hands.
Yes, Cody
He
got a
busted
chunk
early.
of them, another player got a chunk of them. And every time someone busted, they would fill the seat with someone like, oh, this person we haven't heard of busted. Let's replace him with Sam Stein. Oh, this person busted. Let's fill Emnon in this seat, and let's put Greg Mueller. And so we had a lot of players with a lot of experience and a lot of chips. The person who really ended up the most beneficial of that was Cody, who was super aggressive all day, as he tends to be, and I think he confounded Emnon in a couple of big pots and got the best of him. It seems like you got a chunk out of JC Tran because JC kind of fell off there at the end. He ended the day with 658,000, which was almost.
Seemed like it would be good for the chip lead.
Almost. When will it end, Cody?
But it
Tough
didn't work
life.
out that way. We had Ken Teach Aldridge, former teacher, call him Teach.
Yes.
You know, poker players are so original on their nicknames. But super nice guy and pipped Slaybaugh,
Yes.
finishing with 659, 500.
Yes, 1,500 more, which is like a small blind, I believe, at the end of the day. So very much neck and neck headed into the next day.
And they're both well ahead of third place and beyond, which is kind of grouped
Yeah,
in
Will
the-
Fiola's got like 550 to
550
round
or
out
so.
the top three. One player who made it through to the day but almost didn't make it through to the dinner break because he pieced out a little early.
John Friedberg.
Yeah.
Poor guy didn't understand when the dinner break was going to happen, thought it was after 3 levels, not 4. So when 3 levels ended, he, wow, my car was first out of the valet. Went to a Mexican restaurant, sat down, had a very nice meal, even tweeted about it. Nobody told him, hey, you have chips on the table
Bad
and
friends.
you're blinding out.
Bad friends.
It worked out kind of okay for Friedberg. He lost about 11,000 in chips from like 81,000 to 69,000, but the 10 or so minutes he showed up before the actual dinner break, he doubled up.
And then he kept chipping up from there. We talked about his dinner break in an interview that I did, and he ended up with, I think, around average.
Slightly above average.
All right.
So go Friedberg, extra dinner break, 2 dinner breaks, and it works out for him.
All right. I think we've run down. Time for the obligatory consulting of the sheet. Anything we missed, BJ?
Obligatory consulting of the sheet. We need a segment screen for that.
We do.
Next time. I think we're good. Final
right.
question.
Question of the day. Since we're talking about when things end, we're going to pick our favorite streak.
Me first?
Sure.
Okay, the classic best streak ever. Joe DiMaggio's 57-game hitting streak.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 56-game
So
hitting
the
streak.
hitting
I was thinking
streak?
57 because if he made 57, Heinz was going to sponsor him.
Heinz?
But personally,
Like ketchup?
Yeah, 57
Sorry, I'm
varieties
getting eager
and all
about
that.
mine if you can't
Personal streak was 1992, the Atlanta Braves battling for the pennant when they were still a
you're
young
not-
and hungry team. They won 13 games in a row, and in the 13th game, they had a one-run lead, bottom of the ninth. Otis Nixon had to catch a home run at the wall, and it's like a 15-foot wall. He had to climb the wall, catch the ball. It was fascinating. I was all caught up in it. I was in high school. It was fantastic. I was part of it.
Are you done?
That is my favorite streak. Atlanta Braves, 13 games in a row, 1992, on the way to winning the pennant and the most exciting
Oh my
league
God, I
championship
just asked you if you were
series
done.
in
You said you were
history.
done, and then you gave me 30 more seconds of ranting.
When I say I'm done, I mean when I'm out of breath.
Let me show you how things should end. Kobayashi, 6-year streak,
Maru?
Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Done.
The hot dog eating contest?
Yeah, hot dogs. You were just
So
talking
how
about
many-
ketchup. Mine has ketchup too. It relates.
Wait, so the streak is he ate a lot of hot dogs or he won your...
He won the Nathan's hot dog eating championship 6 years in a row. No one has ever done that.
Okay, name me one other hot dog eating champion.
Joey Chestnut, 2-time winner.
Damn, I'm impressed. I had no idea.
You should learn about hot
How many,
dogs. They're
how many
delicious.
can you eat in a row?
I haven't tried.
One?
I think we've got a Jess and BJ episode on our hand.